सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारंभं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा श्रुति स्मृति पुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शंकरं लोकशंकरं पुराण न्याय मीमांसा धर्मशास्त्रांग मिश्रिताः वेदाः स्थानानि विद्यानां धर्मस्य च चतुर्दश आयुर्वेदो धनुर्वेदो गान्धर्वश्चैव ते त्रयः अर्थशास्त्रं चतुर्थन्तु विद्याः अष्टादशैव ताः ओम शांति शांति शांति. Namaste. I welcome everyone who is watching this video brought to you by Indica.events. This video is part of a new series of talks by the renowned Mahamahopadhyaya, Professor Korada Subrahmanyam Garu. So far, we have had 6 talks already in this new series. They were the following. First, Shiksha, Shabdotpatti and Ucharanam. Second, Kalpaha, Shrauta Sutram and Gruhya Sutram. That was followed by Nyaya Vaishishike, Pararthanumanam, Syllogism. This was followed by Mimamsa, Arthavadaha. Thereafter, Professor spoke on Jyotisham, Ayurvedaha. That was followed by Yoga, physical and mental health. Today, Professor will share his views and wisdom really on the topic Vedāntaḥ, Karma and Jñānam. Mahamopadhyay, I welcome you to share your views. Namaste.
Ayushman Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. According to Sanatana Dharma, Sanatana Sanskriti, that originated in an Indian soil, we have 4 Purusharthas. The purposes of living of a human being, person. Purusha means person. So they are popular, they are well known: Dharma, Artha, Kama and Moksha. Dharma directly even leads to Moksha. And the Artha and Kama both should be associated with Dharma only. And while performing some karmas, one would finally achieve this Chitta Shuddhi and attain Moksha. Moksha means arresting the cycle of birth and death. The same is called by other names: Kaivalya, Muktihi, Apavargaha, and so on. Now, among the Vidyasanus that are enumerated in Vishnu Puranam, etc., there are Vedas, Vedangas, Darshanas, Puranas, Upavedas, and so on. There are 6 Astika Darshanas. There are also 6 Nastika Darshanas, Charvaka, Bauddha, Jaina, like that. But there are 6 Astika Darshanas which are very important. Darshanam means Darshayati Tattvam iti Darshanam, which shows the Tattvam, the nomen or the reality as to what is what, just like Brahman, which is the Karanam, both Upadana Karanam and the Nimitta Karanam of the universe. That means there is only one thing, Brahman. The same exhibits in so many forms. And anything you take, whether you take a cell phone, a computer, or a pen, or a cloth, anything, it has emerged either directly or indirectly, mostly indirectly, from Brahman only. One thing. No, when you take up the 6 darshanas, they are Paurvamimamsa, Uttaramimamsa, Nyaya, Vaisheshika, Yoga, and Sankhya. Paurvamimamsa deals with karma. Here, the word Paurva refers to the Paurva Bhaga of Vedas. When Veda is divided into 2, the earlier part deals with the karma, whereas the latter part, also called Upanishads, deals with the Jnana. Mimamsa was there for 20 adhyayas. 12 adhyayas were called Paurvamimamsa, rather are called Paurvamimamsa or Karma Mimamsa or Paurvatantram, Vakya Shastram, like that many names are there. Whereas Uttaramimamsa or Vedanta deals with Jnanam, that is proposed and discussed, elaborated in Vedanta. Vedanta means Vedasya Antaha, that is Upanishads. Mostly for moksha, 3 works are taken up for commentaries. That is Prasthanatrayam generally they are called. These Upanishads, then Bhagavad Gita, and the Prasthanatrayam is there. Brahma Sutras. Brahma Sutras are called, actually they are Badarayana, authored by Badarayana. Many people think it by Vedavyasa, but it is decided by many scholars that it is Badarayana. So, like that, this Vedanta Darshanam is also called Uttaramimamsa. And there is some difference between other Shastras and Vedanta. Vedanta stands on the top of all the Vidyasthanams. Why? Because it directly deals with moksha, the final goal of a human being. One should achieve moksha, otherwise he goes on just with the birth and death cycle. Panarapi Jñānam, Panarapi Maranam, Panarapi Janani, Chatare Shayanam. There is no end for that. So if one wants to see that the Jivatma is merged with Paramatma or Parabrahman or Brahman, whatever we call it, through Jnana, Jnanadevata Kaivalyam, then Punaravritti Rahitatvam will be there. Again, he will not be having birth, of course, followed by death. So the cycle of birth and death can be arrested only through Jnana. Then there are 3 ways. One is Bhakti, the other is Karma, the other is Jnanam. Out of 20 adhyayas of Mimamsa, 12 adhyayas are earmarked for Paurvamimamsa, that is Karma Bhaga. 4 adhyayas are for Vedanta, that is Badarayana Sutras. And the third one, the other 4 adhyayas are for Bhakti. So here there is some significance, Visheshata, in Vedanta Darshanam. Tavat Shastrani Gajjanti, Jumbuka Vipine Yatha, Nagajjati Mahashakti Yavad Vedanta Kesari. This is a popular verse. Just like the foxes in a forest go on fighting with each other, all the other Shastras will go on fighting among themselves. One says karma, the other says yoga, still other says something else like that. Yavat Vedanta Kesari, the lion called Vedanta, does not come and do the Gajjana roaring. They go on like that. As soon as Vedanta Kesari arrived, all the other Shastras will just stop making any sound. So this verse tells us that Vedanta is on the top of all Shastras, one thing. Right. So, Uttaramimamsa deals with the Jnanam. What is the difference between karma and Jnana? Generally, Shankaracharya says in his Shariraka Bhashyam on Brahma Sutras, karma is kartum, akartum, anyatha kartum prabhavati. It is possible for a person, for say a person like Chaitra, he is just involved in some activity like cooking. He can cook a dish well, kartum. Akartum, he may not cook. He may just keep himself aloof from this activity. Or anyatha kartum, he may spoil the dish. That is also possible. So in the case of karma, one may perform the karma. Yajna karma, for example, take Yotishto. Yotishto mena sargakamo yajeta, Darishipurnamasarabhyam sargakamo yajeta, etc. All these are there in Vedas. So There one may perform a karma. He may just abstain from performing any karma. Anyatha va kartum. He may just do otherwise rather than the very restricted and fixed path. That is possible. Whereas Jnanam is Vastutantram. The term used by Shankaracharya is Vastutantram. His Vastu itself is Tantre Pradhan. Tantram Pradhane Siddhante. Vastu itself is Pradhana and it cannot be changed. Jnanam is just having only one form, one sarup. Whatever you think about it, that cannot be changed. So karma is different and Jnanam is different. Shankaracharya argues that there is no ekavakyata, I mean, any kind of connection at both syntactic and semantic levels between Purvamimamsa and Uttaramimamsa. Whereas acharyas like Ramanujacharya said no, Aikashastriyam, that means the syntactic and semantic level connection is there between Karma Mimamsa and Vedanta. That is Ramanujacharya's matam. Whatever it may be, even otherwise what happens, Vedo nityamadhiyatam tadutitam karmasvanushthiyatam, like that, Upadesha Panchakam, Shankaracharya says. So karmas are to be performed for chitta shuddhi. What is the very purpose of performing karmas? If you go on just cleaning the copper pot, okay, its original color can be seen. It becomes fresh. That means it is without any blemishes. Similarly, mind also, which is filled with raga, dvesha, arishadvarga, has to be cleansed. That is possible through bhakti and through karmas. So, Sanyāvandanam, etc., 3 kinds of karmas are there: Nitya karma, Naimittika karma, Kamya karma. Of course, Prayaschitta karma is also there, whatever it is. So, once one gets his mind cleansed through bhakti or karma, he is eligible to attain Jnānam. So Jnānam is nothing but attaining. Once one becomes Jnani, that is the end of the path. That is the end of the road. He got moksha anyway. So here in this Shastram, let us take up a couple of things and discuss. First sutram of this Sharirika Mimamsa is Athato Brahma Jignasa. In Karma Mimamsa, Athato Dharma Jignasa is the sutram. There, Atha means after finishing the Vedāntaḥ, one should have Jignasa, Jñātamichya, and so on. Whereas here Shankaracharya says, no, Atha means here it is not, of course, Swadhyayodhyetavya, one should learn Veda and do Adhyayanam. Okay, here this is not after Vedāntaḥ as it is in the case of Purvamimamsa, but here it is after attaining Yogyata to attain Jnānam. Yogyata can be attained with 4 factors. There are 4 factors enumerated by Shankaracharya. The one who has fulfilled these 4 factors is eligible to receive Jnānam. What are they? So they are enumerated. First one is Nityanitya Vastu Vivekaha. One should have the Viveka, the capacity to distinguish between Nitya, which is eternal, immutable, and which is Anitya, which is perishable. For example, it is only Brahman which is Nitya, and the rest of the universe, you take anything that is going to perish. Of course, it may undergo some changes, some stages may be there. Jayate, asti viparnamate, vardhate, apakshiyate, vinashyati. 6 stages are Shadbhava Vikara are enumerated in Niruktam and Vyakaranam also. Yeah. Nevertheless, this is one qualification. One should have the distinguishing capacity of what is Nitya, what is Anitya. Ihamutrartha phala bhoga viragaha. Viragaha, ranjirage ghai. Viraga means detachment, not having any kind of attraction towards anything. Iha amutra. Amutra means the other loka. For example, Veda says, Swargakamo yacheta. One should abstain from having any kind of attraction or any kind of desire to have the comforts that are available through performing some karmas either in this world or the other. Iha amutra, paraloka, ihalapi. This loka, this world, as well as the other world. So one should have, first of all, this kind of detachment. That is the second qualification for a person to attain jnana. The third one is shamadamadi sampatti. That is shamadamadi sadhana sampatti. See, we are also going to discuss one more thing. Now itself it can be discussed. In the second adhyaya, there is one sutram, etena yoga pratyaktaha. After refuting Sankhya-matam, Vedāntaḥ says, etena yoga pratyaktaha. There Shankaracharya said, the sarvatmana pratyakshyatum shakyate yoga. Because there are hundreds or thousands of sentences which support yoga across Vedas, Upanishads. Shratavyo, mantavyo, nididhyasitavyaha. So here nididhyasanam is nothing but ekatanatvametadhi nididhyasanam uchyate is from first adhyaya 53rd verse in Panchadashi. Ekatanatvam is dhyanam ekatanata. Yoga sutram is there. So dhyanam in yoganuशासनम is nididhyasanam in Vedanta Darshan. That is the same. So even shamadamadi sampatti, there when Ashtanga yoga is taken up, yama niyamasana pranayama pratyahara dharana dhyana samadhayaha ashtau angani in that sort. Yama niyama etc. are mentioned. Here also shamadamadi sampatti. Shamaha means shantihi, shamaha both are the same. Antarindriya nigraha. Antarindriya is manas. Damaha or danti, that is bahirindriya nigraha. Titiksha is there. So it's danda sahanam, etc. Like that, 6 or 7 there is a sadhana sampatti is there. Shama, dama, etc. Sadhana sampatti. That is the wealth of instruments which are useful in arresting the mind from going this way and that. That means having love, hatred, irsya, asuya, and so on and so forth. So this is yoga's chittavritti nirodha, that's why in the beginning. So whatever is said in yoganuशासनम certain things that are also have to be followed, one has to practice. Through that he will get his mind cleansed. So first one is nityanitya vivestu viveka, second one is ihamutra phala bhoga viragaha, the third one is shamadamadi sadhana sampat, and the fourth one is mumukshutvam, mokshe ichha. Above all, one should have a desire, strong desire for moksha. Then only it is possible. Otherwise, if he doesn't have any desire in moksha, most of the people do not have, as a matter of fact. Manushyanam sahasreshu, all these things are clearly mentioned in Bhagavad Gita. Thousands of people, if you take, kaschid yatati siddhaye, for siddhi, hardly one person may try. Many people are just connected, having attachment with the mundane world, and they go on searching for the worldly comforts or mundane comforts, which are not permanent, which are going to perish after some time. Whereas moksha is nitya, and it is not going to perish. So, atha, after attaining the 4 qualifications of nityanitya vastu viveka, ihamutra, phala, bhoga, viraga, shamadamadi sadhana sampat, and mumukshatvam. The one who attained, has achieved these 4 qualifications only is eligible to study Vedanta Darshanam. So, ataha, from this Vedanta Darshanam, Brahma Jignasa, Brahmanaha Jignasa, Brahma Jignasa, Karmani Shashti. One should know One should have the desire to know Brahman. So this is very important. So here also Shankaracharya says, Vedāntaḥ kusuma grasanarthatvat sotranam. What do you mean by sotram? Sotram you are saying? Sotram is thread. Okay. Outside thread is used to just make a garland, etc. But here what is sotram? Here Vedanta Sutrani are just like threads. Then where are the flowers? The Vedanta Vakyani, whatever Upanishad Vakyani, Vedanta Sutraihi Udahritya Vedanta, these Vedanta Vakyani, I am going to quote one or two from Upanishads. They themselves are flowers. So those flowers are stringed together with the help of a thread called Vedanta Sutras. So Vedanta Vakya Kusuma Grasanarthatva Sutranam, a beautiful sentence by Shankaracharya to show what is what. So here Sato Brahma Jignasa, then the Shastram starts. Janmadhyasya yataha. See, three things are there. Srishti, Sthiti, Laya. Janmadi. Yataha, from which. All the three would happen from a single source. What is the source? Yato imani bhutani jayante yena jatani jivanti yat prayancha visambishanti tad dijignasasva tad brahmeti. Taittiriya Upanishad. So yato imani bhutani jayante yat prayanti abhisami. Then finally they are going to perish, going to get, get Lena, that is, and enter the Brahman only. So, Srishti and Sthiti for some time it will be there. And Laya is Nasha. So, from a single source, that is Brahman or Parabrahman, all the three would happen. Therefore, it is the source. So, Yataha Panchami. So, Janmadhyasya Yataha. Then, in many Upanishads, the Srishti is actually described in different ways. Then Shankaracharya shows Jñānam. There is no any kind of difference of opinion or hostility between one Upanishad and the other, like that. Tasmadva etasmadātmana ākāṣas sambhūtah ākāṣāt vāyuh vāyoragnihi agnirāpah adhyah prithivī prithivya oshadhayah oshadhibhyonnam annāt purushah. This is also from Taittiriya Upanishad. So what happens is, he is discussed in Chandogya Upanishad, etc. These Kapuya Karma Kapuya Charnaha, there it is clearly stated that those who perform punyam will go to Sarga, and those who perform papas would go to Narakas. Narakas are described in the Veda, Garuda Puranam, and other major works. So, once a person performs some punyam, he will go to Sarga and enjoy the sukha, that is comforts that are available in Sarga. And later, Shine Punye Bhatchalokam Vishanti Bhagavad Gita. So after the punya he got exhausted, then again he will come back to Matyaloka Manavaloka. So this kind of arrangement will be there. Whereas here in the case of Brahman, if one is Brahmaveda Brahmaiva Bhavati, the one who knows Brahman is Brahman only. There is no separately any kind of arrangement or any kind of activity required. So, Yavalya Upanishad says Brahmacharyadeva Prabrajet. Pravraja means sannyasa. Kamyanam Karmanam Tyagam Sannyasam Kavayo Viduhu. This is the second verse from 18th Adhyaya of Bhagavad Gita. So, the one may directly go for sannyasa ashrama from Brahmacharya ashrama. Four ashramas are described in Shukla Yajurveda: Brahmacharya ashrama, Grihastha ashrama, and the other two ashrama. One may perform karmas do all these karmas that are prescribed in Vedas, Shruti, and also Smriti, and then may attain Jnanam and go for moksha through samyasa. Now what happens is, so there it is clearly stated in second sutram, Janmadhyasya yataha. The third ashrama is Vanaprastha. One may or may not take wife along, but he has to live separately from the children and all that after settling all matters. And then learn, study the Aranyakas, etc. And then what you call Upanishads and try for moksha. That is the general. Now, the third one is, third sutram is Shastra Yonitvat. See, here Shastra means Veda. Outside Shastram, the term is used for Vedangas, and even Darshanas are called by the name Shastram. But here, Shastram, Yonihi means the very origin where something is born is called Yoni. So Yoni means here Shastra Yoni. The Brahman is to be where Brahman is stated, explained, and all that. So here Shankaracharya has taken two samasas. One is Bahuri samasa and the other is Tatpurusha samasa. And Shastram Yonihi Yasya Brahmana. In Bahuri, if you take, one thing we have to touch here. Vedas are considered as Apaurushaya. This is clearly stated in Upanishad. Sya mahato bhotasya nishvasitam yadrigvedaha yajurvedaha samvedaha, etc. From Brahman only the Vedas had emerged. That means there is no any human being who authored mantras. If you come across names like Paipalada, Samhita, Kathakam, and so on and so forth, those Maharshis with their Divya Drishti or Yogi Pratyaksham heard those mantras and they propagated those mantras in the loka. Therefore, the mantras are named after them. This is clearly stated by Jaimini Maharshi in Purvamimamsa Darshanam. And there he says, Akhya Pravachanat. Akhya, the name like Kathaka, Taitriya, in Atharvaveda, Paipalada, like that. The names have come due to the propagation of those mantras by those respective rishis. Even in Shtadhyayi Panini says, Tena Pravaktam Tittirivartantu Khandiko Khachan. So, Tena Pravaktam. Pravaktam means it is specialized in one word and it is spread across the world. Therefore, Vedas are Apaurushaya, not authored by any human being. That is the Siddhanta. So this is stated in Upanishad and also other Upanishads. We are not going into details because of the time constraint. So Shastra Yonitvat, Shastram Yoni. So just like Shankaracharya says, Panininyaderiva. See, when Panini etc. had authored great Shastras, then people say Panini knows more than what he revealed to the people. Something like that. So the greatness of our rishis, Aparoksha Darshana, they can see with closed eyes and all Indriyas will do all activities according to Upanishad. Okay, so here Shastra Yonitvat means Shastram Vedaha Yonihi Yasya is Brahmana. Okay, then Shastrasya Yonihi. Whatever is quoted from Upanishad, that says from Brahman only the Vedas had emerged. Yes, asya mahato bhutasya nishwasitam. Nishwasitam, the term is used in the sense, nishwasa, if one exhales, it doesn't make any effort. Automatically it happens. So without any effort, putting in any effort, the Vedas had emerged from Brahma. So Brahma is the cause of Vedas, and Veda is, since it describes and details the Brahman, that is also another samasa. So Brahman is from Vedas, Vedas are from Brahman. In short, like that, the Sotram is taken in two ways. It is only by Shankaracharya, both the samasas, Bahuri samasa and the Tatpurusha samasa are applied. That is the third Sotram. So Samanvayat, fourth Sotram is Samanvayatikaranam. There it says, Tat means Brahma. Two is Purvapaksha Vyavachata. That is Shastra thought is gone now. How to know Brahma? Then the Sotram Badarayana says Samanvayat. Samyak Anvayah Samanvayah. Samyaktam cha Tatparyavatvam. What do we mean by Samyaktam Tatparyavatvam? Sarveshamapi Vedāntaḥ yatha Brahmani Samanvayah tatha Anvayah Kartavya. What is this? See, all the Vedanta Vakyas, directly or indirectly, would have their import in Brahman. Like that, you have to comment, you have to interpret the way Vedanta Vakyas. That is generally. But here, there are certain Mahavakyas in Vedas, generally Tattvamasi, Ayamatma Brahma, and so on, where to decide this Tatparyam, 6 Tatparyanirnayaka Lingani, they are the marks. By those things, if you find those things, either one or more, you can decide that that particular paragraph or any stretch of language, it may be a chapter in Chandogya Upanishad, it may be the complete Chandogya Upanishad, it may be just a kavyam like Ramayana or Mahabharatam, whatever it may be. Okay, finally you will arrive at the Tatparyam, that is so and so. So here what happens, 6 Lingani they are called, are enumerated in Purvamimamsa also it is there, Upakramopasamharo, Abhyasoporvata phalam, Arthavadopapatti cha, Lingam Tatparyanirnaye. Here Lingam is Jatya Ekavachanam. Lingani Ityatha. Jato Ekavachanam is employed. Upakramopasamharo, Ekaropata should be there. The same form. This is introduction and conclusion roughly. Whatever you have started with, you should end up the chapter, however long it may be, however short it may be, there should be samapyata, same form, uniformity in Upakrama, starting in Upasamhara. That is the conclusion. That is one linga, both combinedly one. Abhyasaha, this Abhyasaha means here. See, in Panini Abhyasa is Purva Abhyasaha Panini Sutram. There it is different. Elsewhere it is different. Here Abhyasaha means Panafpanaha Avritti. For example, when you take up this Chandogya Upanishad, in which we come across the Mahavakyam Tattvamasi, there the sentence Tattvamasi is repeated for 9 times. Similarly, in other darshanas also we can take up. Okay, so Bhyasaha Panafpana Avritti, time and again it is repeated. That is also one of the lingas to arrive at the import of the chapter. Abhyasa, Apurvata, something new. There should be some novelty. Something new should be mentioned. If something new is mentioned, that also one of the lingas to arrive at the Tatparyam. Abhyasa, Apurvata, Phalam. Phalam is to be mentioned clearly. For example, Sagyagamo Yajyata, I mean, Phalam is being mentioned. So, the Upanishad, whichever consists of the phalam that is mentioned there, that is also going to be taken up to arrive at the conclusion. That is Brahman only. Abhyasa Purvata phalam. Arthavada upapatti cha. Arthavada. Me kumbham karoti iti kumbhakaraha karmanyan. Here artham vadati iti arthavada. What is this? Just let us throw some light on this. See, in Veda we come across 5 kinds of sentences. Vidhi, mantra, namadheya, nishedha, arthavada. Here, you take any sentence in any literature, it is universal. Across the globe, it can be put under either vidhi or nishedha. Do it, do not do it, that's all. But what about the descriptions we come across in the kavyas like Ramayana, Raghuvansha, any kavyam for that matter, Mahabharata also. There the sentences are found to be of 2 types. One is the commending sentences, Stutyarthavada, and the other is condemning sentences, that are Nindarthavada. So Stutyarthavada, if there is admiration of Sri Rama, it means Vidhi, follow Rama. If there is Nindarthavada, just like Ravana, it means Nishedha, do not follow Ravana. So Ramavat Vartitaviyam natu Ravanadivat Dhanyaloka it is also. It can be taken as a Mahavakyam. Here, this Mahavakyam is nothing but any structure of language beyond a sentence. A sentence has to conform to 3 prerequisites called Akanksha, Yogyata and Asakti. At sentence level, it is a group of words conforming to the trinity of Akanksha, Yogyata, Asakti, whereas if the meaning is a larger one, then one is going to employ more than 1 sentence. It may be 2, it may be 20, it may be 24,000 if you take Ramayana, something like that. Then there will be Avantara Vakyas or sub-sentences which conform to again Akanksha, Yogyata and Asakti. So such sentence like Ramayana or Mahabharata or Raghuvansha is called a Mahavakyam. So Mahakavyam or Mahavakyam, both are not different. So if the meaning is short, one would employ a sentence. If the meaning is a larger one, then he would employ a Mahavakyam. But in between, then actually the problem was there in Veda, in Karma Mimamsa. Amnayasya kriyarthatvat anarthakyam atatathanam Jñānam sutram. If you say that Vidhi and Nishedha are the only 2 things, give any sentence, then what about these Arthavadas, which are commending and condemning in nature? Then Jaimin Maharshi said, see, totally Vedanta Darshanam depends upon Purva Mimamsa as far as the syntactic and semantic relations are concerned. Analysis, any analysis. It doesn't have any analysis of its own, Vedanta. So we have to follow, we have to quote Purva Mimamsa. Then Jaimini says, Vidhinat Vekavakyatvat Stutyarthena Vidhinam Syuhu. See, these Arthavadas, Stutyarthavadas, end up in Stuti, that means in Vidhi only, and they will get connected at both syntactic and semantic levels with the Vidhi Vakyam. So there, Vayuyagvishvyatamala Bhutikamaha, Vayurvekshevishtha Devata, Vayumem Sven Bhagadheyeno Padhavati, Sa Evainam Bhutingamayati. The first sentence is the Vidhi, the latter are Arthavada. So both of them will get connection, something like that. Ekavakyatvam, Ekavakyatvam. But here, Jaimini did not touch Nindarthavadas. What to do? Then Shabaraswami in first Adhyaya, 4th pada of Karma Mimamsa, offered a Nyaya called Nahi Ninda Nyaya. Nahi Ninda Nindyan Ninditum Pravartate Kintarhi Ninditat Itarat Prashamsitam. Tatra Tatra Ninditasya Nindagamyate. Tatra Ninditasya Pratishedo Gamyate. Kintu Itarasya Vithi. Ninditasya Pratisheso na gamyate, kintu itarasya vidhi. So here the ninda of, for example, say Ravanasura in Ramayana has got its purport into Ramastuti. Otherwise, Veda Prachet Asit Sakshat Ramayana. Ramayana is a Veda. By learning Veda, one will get Dvesha against Ravana. That should not happen. So for that, this Nahinindanyaya is used. So Ravana Ninda doesn't have its purport in Ravana Ninda, but in Ramastuti. That is the meaning. Similarly, Nahi Nahi Rakshati Dukrani Karane. Does not mean that one should not study Vyakarna. The Vyakarna Ninda is meant. Bhajagovindam, Bhajagovindam. You just do some Rama Bhajana, please. Comparatively, Rama Bhajana or having the Bhakti or Jnanam, whatever it is useful for attaining moksha, would have its tatparyam. So, Vyakaranam you study. It is Vedanta. Okay, that is very much important. So, for a stuti of Vedanta, Vyakarana Ninda has happened in this case. Many people may not be knowing this kind of these Shastra Bhasya, nuances of Shastras. So, here Arthavada have to be taken into consideration. They are useful in generating energy in the mind of a person to achieve Sarga or Moksha, whatever it is, depending on the context. Arthavat Upapatti. Upapatti means reasoning. Why is this so? Shrotavya Shrutivakebhya Mantavyascha Upapattibihi. That is what it says. So one should listen to the Vedanta Vakyas. And then why Brahman is the very Tatparyam purport of these sentences? How is it possible? What is the Paurapaksha? What is the Siddhanta? All that is to be done. So Upapatti is also one of the 6 Tatparya lingas. So Upakramapasamharo, Abhyasaha, Apurvata Phalam, Arthavadopapatti cha, Lingam Tatparya Nirnaye. Each one of them is a lingam. In one chapter, one may find 2 or more, or all. For example, in that chapter of 6th chapter of Chandogya Upanishad, in which the Tattvamasi is embedded, we will find all the 6 Tatparya lingas. So Tattu Samanvayat means one should try to have the Tatparyam, okay, of all the Vedanta Vakyas, Upanishad Vakyas, in Brahman through Upakramapasamharo, Abhyasa Apurvata Phalam, Arthavadopapatti, Lingam Tatparya Nirnaye, by these 6 lingas. That is the actual meaning of this Tattu Samanvayat. Another thing is, in the beginning of Brahmasutra, Shankara Bhashyam, Shankaracharya says, Yushmat Asmat Pratyaya Gocharayoho. Yushmat means the Jadapadartha, Asmat means the Pratyagatma. Pratishiriram Anchati iti Pratyanga. Pratyang chaso Atma cha Pratyagatma. Apnoti iti Atma. Aplugatau, that is going to spread. Because Brahman is both Upadana Karanam, although it undergoes some shape, which doesn't change its original form, is called Upadana. Then Brahman is Upadana Karanam. Nimitta Karanam is the one, okay, which is useful in getting another form of a particular thing. Okay, that is, for example, Brahman is both Upadana Karanam and Nimitta Karanam for attaining moksha. And while preparing a pot, Mritika will be there as Upadana Karanam, and the Kolala or the potter will be the Nimitta Karanam. Nayayika says Samavaya Karanam is the Upadana Karanam, but that is untenable. Now, in Vedantins refute that theory. There are so many theories on that. So this is then Asmat Shabda has got the meaning, Shankaracharya says. This is not there in any commentary. No. What is the proof? The question is itself is not raised in any commentary. So there what happens? The Veda says there are 2 or 3 pramanas to show that the term that is asmat, okay, deals with Brahman means Pratyagatma only. So here what happens? The Veda says that Agnirapaha, that is different, but here it is Tarka Pratishthana is there, Pramanani, and I will give the example just in a moment for Asmat Shabda, how it is used in the sense of Agninme Vachishritah, Agninme Vachishritah, Vaghrutaye, Hrutayam Mayi, Ahamamrute, Amutam Brahmani. This Anuvaka is from Kathopa, from Katakas. So here it means finally Aham means Asmat Shabda means Pratyagatma. Second thing is in Vaisheshika Darshanam, the third adhyaya, second pada, there is one sutram, Ahamiti Pratyagatmani Bhavat. Aham means Pratyagatma only. It is clearly stated by Korada in Vaisheshika Darshanam, third adhyaya, second pada, 14th sutra. Then Panini says, Asmadjuttamaha means Asmadjupapade Samanadhikarane Sthanyapi Uttamaha. So Aham means Pratyagatma only. Pratyaktancha, Paratvancha, etc. said in Vakshapadiyam also. We are not going into the details for lack of time. Otherwise, what is meant by Aham? I. In any language you take, Aham means it is Pratyagatma only. So then what about Yushmat? Yushmat Shabda means Jada Padartha that is there in the Loka. So in Laghumanjusha, Nagesh Bhatta says, Tattvadarishi Shankaracharya is having this. He is a Tattvadarishi, therefore he decided the meaning as Jadapadartha. So Yushmadasmat Pratyaya Gocharayoho is possible, etc. Nicheti Bhaktum and all that is there. There Shankaracharya gives a beautiful listing. And Sakalaha Vekaloveti. If people think if his friend got a job, this person thinks as if he got a job and having a lot of happiness, happy, very, very happy. Similarly, if someone lost his daughter or he lost some property, then this person thinks, oh, worried, as if he himself lost something. Actually, there is no connection between one person and the other. Someone is blessed with a child. This person says, oh, I am happy, congratulations. Why should you say happy? Why congratulate him? In what way you are concerned with the son he is blessed with? No. Similarly, if someone died, see, birth and death, we do not believe in birth and death, Atma Nityaha. These things, Nani Vastrani Yatha Vihaya. Just Atma is changing its clothes. Same is the case with birth and death. There is nothing serious. That is one thing. Second thing is here, Satta is Jagan Mithya Brahma Satyam. Mithya means myth. That is not Satyam. Satsu Sadhu Satyam. Satyam Jñānam Anantam Brahma. So Shankaracharya in Bhashyam says there, Satyam Brahma, Jñānam Brahma, Anantam Brahma. The three terms do not have Visheshana Visheshya Bhava. That means they are not connected with each other, whether at syntactic or semantic levels, but each one directly connects with the Brahman. Each one like a Gunanancha Parathatvat, Asambandhasmatvatsya, that is there in Paurvamimamsa. Therefore, directly they are connected. Satyam Brahma, Jnanam Brahma, Anantam Brahma, like that. So here, this Satyam, these people say, This satta, let us say, satya means existence. Satta is explained in three forms by Shankaracharya. One is pratibhasika satta. Pratibhasa means it looks like that, but it does not so. Someone has seen a Mautikam pearl, and at night he thought that to be Rajata. Shikti Rajata Jñānam it is called. Rajata means silver. But it is not actually silver. But Pratibhasa is, that means is illusion, illusory. But some Jnanam is there. Therefore, this is called Pratibhasika Satta. Second one is Vyavaharika Satta. Whether you like it or not, whether you accept it or not, when a cow is there, that is a cow. In Vyavahara, that is a cow. We cannot simply refute. So that existence of cow, existence of entire universe, for example, is there. So for Vyavahara day-to-day transactions, that is very much required. So in Vyavahara, you have to accept the existence of something. That is called Vyavaharika Satta. Then there will be Paramarthika Satta. Paramartha, at the end, when you go seriously about all these things, then this is just a myth. Everything is going to perish. Anitya, we have discussed in the beginning. So there, Paramartha is Brahman only, nothing else. So this is called Paramarthika Satta. That means the existence of the things that are there in the world is refuted completely. They are not real. And also they go on changing for every kshana. It may be just a matter of time. A person may live for some years. A tree may live more than that, or some other house may live beyond 100 years. Something like that. Otherwise, everything is going to perish. Nashwaram. So therefore, one should not believe in the existence or continuation of anything in the world. In Paramartha, it is Brahman only. So these are the three: Pratibhasika Satta, Vyavaharika Satta, and Paramarthika Satta. So three kinds of Sattas are there. And here in Vedantins, we have been discussing about Pramanas also. Vedantins accept Pratyaksha Pramana, Anumana Pramana, Upamana Pramana, and Arthapatti Pramana also. Agama, Arthapatti, Shabda Pramana, Arthapatti. All these Pramanas are accepted. Pratyaksha is perception directly known. Anumana means there should be something, because see, when there is a thing, Karya Karana Bhava, cause and effect, when there is a thing, there should be some cause, there is a part. Mritika, the clay is the cause. Similarly, for the entire universe like that, you cannot say that it has come from nothing. So this is what is called Satkaryavada and Asatkaryavada. So the argument, Nayayikas say Asatkaryavada, and it has come like that. How? Buddhi Siddhantu Tad Asat Nyaya Sutram. So something, no. So Sankhyas, Vedantins, Vaiyakaranas, all these are Satkaryavadins. That means before the Karya has emerged, it is already there earlier in the cause. For example, take a tree. A tree is there in the Sukshma Rupa, in a very, very subtle form in the seed. Otherwise, it would have not emerged like that. So this is Satkaryavada. So they follow Satkaryavada Vedantins. So you require a cause for the entire universe. What is the cause? Then you have to accept Ishvara. Here Ishvara means Brahman. Stesha Bhasa Pisaka So Varach. Isha Dhatu, Isha Aishwarya is the Dhatu, one who has got these Ashtaishwaryas. I am not going to elaborate. And there Varachvatya is there, Chetaha Antodatasvara. This is Panin Sutram. So Ishvaraha. So Ishvara means here Brahman. So what happens is Pratyaksha Pramanam, Anumana Pramanam, the Shabda Pramanam, that is, we have already discussed this Veda, which is Apaurushaya, declares that there is Brahman and how the world has emerged from Brahman. Many things are discussed there. And Agama Pramana, and then Upamana also accepted by them, and Arthapatti. Arthapatti Pramana is also accepted. Almost this, except the Prabhakara Bhatta Matas, all these pramanas are accepted by Mimamsakas, Purvamimamsakas also. In Shiktrajita Jnanam, this is called Pratibhasika Jnanam, Pratibhasika Satta here. But Prabhakara Guru says, no, it is also a Jnanam. For that moment, you thought that is silver. So that is also a Jnanam. How can you simply just brush aside? Something like that. Anyway, there are a number of difference of opinion here. And then Tatsvanayati is over. Pramanas are also we have accept. And one more thing is this Etena Yoga Pratyaktaha is second Adhyaya Sutram. Earlier Sankhya, who Sankhya is Kapila Sankhya, they accept Pradhanam or Prakriti as the very cause of the universe. And then there will be 24 tattvas. Sankhya is important, or Sankhya means Jñānam. Sankhyavan Panditah Kavihi Amarakosha. Therefore, they accepted Purushasya Chaitanyam. Purusha will be there with Chaitanyam. Prakriti will be there without Chaitanyam. Both are going to Pangvandhavat. They start the Sarga, Srishti, etc. So that is refuted vehemently in Vedanta Darshanam. In this same context, Yoga Pratyaktaha, yoga is also is refuted by this. The Sutram is there, but the Sutram is not to be taken because Shankaracharya clearly says separately it is said. So completely Sarvatmana Sahasamatram, it is too bold you are going to refute the yoga. It is very much useful. We have already given examples like that. And then there is Devatadhikaranam. In Devatadhikaranam, Shankaracharya says that Devatas are there. And he also, in 4th Adhyaya, he also supports this Vigraha Aradhana here and there in both the places. There, Shankaracharya, in line with Mimamsakas, otherwise it is not there. He refutes Sphatavada. There is Sphatavada in Vyakaranam. Each letter disappears or vanishes as soon as it is pronounced. So in a sentence like Chaitraha Gramam Gacchati, by the time you pronounce the last varna, that is Ti, all the earlier varnas are gone, vanished. Nevertheless, the listener is in a position, he claims, I understood this. How? So without simultaneity, Yogupajyam of all the letters at a single point of time and place, how is it possible that the listener understands the meaning of the complete sentence? For that, Nitya Shabda is accepted by Vyakarnas. And in Shanti Parva, in Maitrayani Upanishad also, it is stated, Ve Brahmani Veditavye Shabda Brahma Paranchayat Shabda Brahmani Nishnataha Param Brahma Adhigachyati. Shabda Brahma is advocated by the Vyakarnas. So Vyakaranam also became a darshanam like that. This is elaborated in Mahabhashyam, Vakyapadiyam and all that. We are not going into details. There, Pipilika Pangtiriva, Shankaracharya says in Devatadhikaranam, just like a row of ants is called a Pankti. Similarly, a row of letters is called a Vakyam. Padam, Vakyam like that. So there will not be any hitch as far as the understanding of a sentence is concerned. So it is heavy on the mind to accept Sphatavada separately when one is able to understand the Vakyartha through Vakyam only. So in line with Purvamimamsakas only, this is stated. Otherwise, Sphatavada is Shastra Sambhata, said my gurus. And also here, one thing is, Etena Yoga Pratyaktaha, Tarka Pratishthanat is another sutram very important. See, Tarka do not depend upon Tarka, because Apratishthitaha Tarkaha Apramanam, Pratishthita Tarkaha Pramanam. So, he quoted a verse of Bhartrhari from Vakyapadiyam, Yatne Nanumito Kushalai Anumatrubihi Abhiyuktatarairanyaih Anyathaiva Upapadyate. This is from Brahmakanda of Vakyapadiyam. The verse is given in verse form by Bhamati, that is Mishra, whereas Shankaracharya offered in this verbatim, that is in sentence form. So although a lot of effort is put in and something is established, a better logician may arrive on the scene and may say, no, that is nonsense. So there is no end. Therefore, do not depend upon tarka. If the tarka supports this Vedanta darshanam, then you can take it. So whichever tarka supports Veda, that has to be taken into consideration, and whichever tarka goes against the Veda should be given up, should not be followed. The same Vaiji Saurabha Yakshaihi Shushkataska Anusaribhi. This is said in Vakyakanda of Vakyapadiyam. So Shushkatarka should not be given a chance to dominate the scene, and one should follow the Vedanta Vakyas with the help of Badrayana Sutras, and that's Tatsat. I am very much thankful to Indica Academy, the founder, and Mr. my Shishya Kalpaha, with Maka Kalyana Sundaram, for giving me a chance to just deliberate whatever little I have in my mind. Dhanyosmi, Shubham Bhuyat.
Dhanyavadaha Mahamahopādhyaya for sharing your views on Vedāntaḥ, Karma and Jñānam. As I mentioned in the beginning of this video, this is the 7th in a series talks that is brought to you by Indica.events with the renowned Mahamahopādhyaya, Professor Korada Subrahmanyam. The links to the previous 6 ones can be accessed in the description of this particular video. We look forward to you joining us in the next video. Thank you. Namaste.
Ayushman.